Most of us operate from a monkey mind when we're in a state of distress, moments where we're highly triggered and we're having a reaction or a strong response to a situation or with someone. What if we could actually understand how this monkey mind is actually being activated, where it comes from, and actually how we can respond differently, how we can actually not react from this monkey mind, but actually be able to attend to what it's trying to do that it's not being successful at. Let's take an example. Let's say that you ask your partner to stop at the grocery store after work and pick up some baking goods so you can make a birthday cake for a birthday the next day. And when your partner gets home late, they completely forgot and they did not purchase the items. And now you can't make the cake for the birthday that evening. Often in those moments, we can be very regulated. We can go, okay, I understand you had a really long day. I'll go to the store in the morning. I'll make it work. I'll make the cake tomorrow. When we are not in that state, when we are actually having a strong reaction, what happens is we're subscribing to a monkey mind that is busy doing two things. The first thing is that it looks for meaning outside of ourselves. It's looking for the meaning of what it means that the partner didn't bring the grocery, and that the partner's a space cadet, and that the partner should know better and should have known how important this is because it's a birthday. And we know that in our family, we really honor birthdays. It goes into this train of thoughts that keeps looking for meaning outside of ourselves. While this is happening, there's a deeper distress happening, and the distress is because it's actually seeking meaning about what does this event mean about me? What does it mean now that the partner did not pay attention to bring the baking goods home? For most of us, this is not something that can be easily accessed, mostly because we're following the mindset externally. If we actually are able to notice that at the same time, the monkey mind is actually really searching for meaning of what it means about us. Now, the reason it's doing that is because it's actually busy associating this current event with a previous event. Think of perhaps you've had moments in your life where you felt maybe ignored by your father, or maybe you had a relationship at some point and you felt like the person was not really paying attention to you. And the monkey mind is now associating those previous events, and it's actually bringing it in present moment. And then we buy into the fact that, oh, it's similar emotionally, it must be the same. And all of that happens while we're busy externally trying to seek meaning to what it means about the partner and how the partner should be different. Imagine how often this dynamic plays out in our lives, and how often we actually subscribe to the same pattern, the same loop. And emotionally, we're stuck in the past. Basically, that's what's happening in those moments. And this emotion actually exists in the present moment, but it's associated with the past. We're actually building up a story, an emotional story from the past. Let's take a look at another example. Imagine a friend doesn't respond to a text that you just sent. Now, the monkey mind does the same thing. It starts looking for meaning externally. It'll go, okay, wait, I know yesterday I said this thing while we were talking about our friend, and I probably shouldn't have said that. Maybe they're upset about the fact that I said that yesterday. Notice, we're in a state of distress and we're looking for the answers externally. We're looking for finding a solution. And yet underneath that, at some point, if we allow ourselves to become aware that there will be a way that we are actually putting in question our own sense of self. Oh, did I do something wrong? Or is my friend upset with me because I'm not okay on some level? There must have been something I did that created the situation. Notice that what is actually happening is that we are subscribing to a monkey mind that unconsciously is associating an event from the past, meaning all the times along the way where we had challenges with someone else, or someone else was upset with us, or it happened probably very often as we grew up. When there's no response, there's got to be a reason for it. And ultimately, the reason for it is me not being okay. Now, it can be challenging for us to get to know this monkey mind because it doesn't feel good to notice that what it's doing is not working and it keeps creating more distress. And it can be challenging to begin to be aware that it's associating the past with the present moment when in reality, it's not what is happening in the present moment. It does not need to be filtered by the past. And when we're subscribing to this monkey mind, it prevents us from having the experience in the present moment. Now, the antidote to this monkey mind is not to superimpose positive thinking about it, like above it, like start thinking, oh, it'll all be fine. Yeah, sometimes it will be fine, yet the reason oftentimes this doesn't work in alleviating the stress that we're experiencing is because the emotional experience in the present moment feels very similar to the experiences of the past, and it's not being attended to. And this is often what has happened to most of us, is that our experiences were not honored. The people in our lives didn't know how to attune to help us navigate those experiences. We learned to follow the monkey mind early on as a way to adapt, as a way to attempt to take care of this distress, but it never really was attended to and attuned to. The monkey mind requires us to become present. It requires us, instead of keep following these train of thoughts that are focused on what does it mean, and then ultimately what does it mean about me, just notice that there's an experience that we're having that just needs to be cuddled. It just needs to be held. It just needs to be seen. It needs to be recognized. Oh, yeah, I'm really scared right now because my friend's not responding to my texts. And I'm having this experience and it matters and it's important. And the focus becomes on attending, attuning, accepting. And this is where the change actually occurs. And most of us are not familiar with it because we've had very few experiences in being able to actually attune to our experiences. What it actually does is, in those moments, it relieves the pressure from the monkey mind, from this constant barrage of thinking, because now we're attending to the experience, and the barrage of thinking is actually an attempt to deal with the stress, and it's not being successful. But as we are attuning to the experience, now it's able to let go. We're able to release this attachment to the thinking because the stress is now starting to subside. And naturally, what comes out of that is a different way to look at the situation, a different perception of the situation that is not filtered by the past and previous experiences. My invitation is this: become familiar with how much your mind, when you are in a state of stress, notice how your mind is attempting to give meaning. And the first layer of meaning is external. It's about other people and situation. And notice that it's actually distracting you from the fact that the monkey mind is creating meaning about you. And bring attention to your body's experience. See if you can attune to that experience. Thank you for spending this time with me. This podcast is meant to be more than just information. If there's one thing I've learned over the years, is that we are wired for connection. And if we are to learn the skills of living beyond this monkey mind that can be so overwhelming, it's best to do it together. And for that purpose, we've created groups. We call them pods. and we named them Aviv la Vie, which means live life to the fullest. Come and join us.